Hey, it's the boys. We back. PS and BS, episode 26. Shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to all the IG followers. If you haven't already, show support and follow the IG at PS and BS POD. Today, we're going to be celebrating 20 years of PlayStation 2 and some other gaming news and, of course, some BS. But before all that, let me see what my guy's been up to. Yo, Biggs, what's good?
Yo, you already know. It's your boy Biggs, the most lovable one in the crew. You know when you hear this voice, start getting funny, feeling butterflies in your stomach. You hear the rest of the boy voice, like, all right, now that's Biggs. All right, cool. So, listen, Biggs has been playing. First of all, actually, fuck all that. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who tuned into the live stream of Temtem last week that I had. It was cool. It was cool doing it. I'm gonna do it some more. I want to implement video in there as well. I was doing audio for the first one, and it sounded really clean and all, but I want to do video. So just bear with me on that. The shit's coming, but Temtem, dope. The live stream was dope. Thank y'all for watching if you did. So I just want to throw that out there. Now for what I've been playing, I think like the only game that comes to mind, because this week was one of those like bunker down, do your fucking homework Biggs type of weeks. So yeah. So I can really think of the only game that I've been actually playing is Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah. I had it when it first came out, but I wasn't playing it too heavily. But I went back to one of my old files in part 1. And I realized, like, I was trying to 100% the game. Like, I had, like, the first 3 worlds, all gems, all dragons, all Easter eggs.
Yeah,
and I was like, I was like, I want to continue this. So I just started doing a couple levels and whatever. I just got hooked. I did, like, 2 more 100%. So I've been playing that. And I'll let Trav introduce the other thing. But I'll bring it up when he says it. But I've been playing that, too. But mostly Spyro this week. That's what I've been playing.
Whoa. He said something else like he knows what I've been on. But, oh, yeah, he knows what I've been on. Hey, Lex.
Of course. What I haven't been
Lex?
on. What's up,
wait,
everybody?
Lex, my bad. My bad. Can we address the elephant in the room here first before you skip over our good friend Steels? Can we address the elephant in the room? We are a man down this week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Steels is over there flashing his titties in New Orleans.
Oh, shit.
Nola.
So,
Edit
he
point.
in Nola. He in Nola. He doing his thing. He deserved a vacation. You know what I'm saying? He worked hard. He be stressed. You know what I'm saying? So throw a couple shots back for us.
Definitely.
But we're gonna 3-man this episode.
Yeah, don't spend all that podcast money out there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
still got
exactly.
investments. We still got investments. We got a big
Yeah.
thing coming up, so you need some of that. But yeah, with that, I just wanted to throw that in there before Lex gives his
Of course.
go. So go ahead, Lex, take it away.
Yeah, definitely. Steels, we miss you, man. I have been heavy into the Division 2 expansion, Warlords of New York. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later. But just to round it out, I've also been on Funimation watching this new anime called Darwin's Game. I don't know if you heard of it, Biggs.
I have not. I've
It
heard of
is.
Darwin
Project,
Project.
the battle
Yeah,
royale.
I've heard of Darwin Project.
No, this is Darwin's. This is called Darwin's Game. It's basically these kids get together and they hit an app in the real world, and then the real world becomes like a battle royale, like a game. And it's nuts.
So Darwin's Project versus with Digimon. All right, got it.
He said with Digimon.
Yeah, it's. I don't want to get too into it, but every character has like a sigil, a special power that they have to discover.
Right.
And when you die in the real world, actually, when you die in this game, you die. It's over.
Oh, okay.
You know, and there's like different. Yeah, it's pretty brutal, and the way you die is pretty brutal.
Is that new as in like episodes weekly, or is that just a new anime you found but it's already like completed?
I'm not sure. I just
I'm gonna have to
started
look
it.
it up.
It's really good, guys. I'm a few episodes in. I don't think it's old. It's 2019.
Okay.
Dubbed or subbed, man.
I was gonna
Dubbed or
say it's
subbed.
Funimation, so it should be dubbed, no?
Yeah, it's dubbed.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually really good, man. Like the characters, they form clans, and like there's like battle royale thing for rings, and you make
Yeah,
and
man.
you can like spend money and get like safe houses. It's freaking crazy. But anyways,
Yeah,
I've been
man.
on that. I've been on
Lex,
that.
go ahead and send that account information in the party chat, man.
Sheesh. Trav
Hey,
trying to come up on the anime. Sheesh.
$7 a month, man. And that's
Oh,
it.
man. That's it for you, Lex?
That's it for me.
All right, man. Me?
Avoiding that other thing that you guys will bring up.
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
Right now, man. I'm going to just get straight into it, man.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yeah, man. My week was a little light until I woke up, what was it, Tuesday morning? And Twitter was going crazy with a certain demo release. Not game release, but demo release. Haven't heard that word in a long time. Usually we get betas and alphas and, all the trial weekends. But we actually got a demo for Final Fantasy VII, the remake.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan. I know of the franchise. I know how important it is to the PlayStation ecosystem. But I went ahead and gave this demo a try because I was like, good, I get to get my feet wet on this Final Fantasy without even putting any money down on it yet. And as soon as I played the first 5 seconds, I said, hold on, man. I paused everything. Went ahead and hit the stream button, man. I said, it's going to be a ride.
Yeah, I actually remember he said, I got to stream this. He sent the link like 2 minutes later. I got to stream this.
Hey, I'm not going to lie, man. This is a valid-ass game, man. I like how they got the hack and slash element mixed with the whole strategy. Let me use my spells at a certain point to stagger the enemy. Like, it's so much going on, but it's so easy to pick up.
Yes,
like, you could tell, like, this game's gonna get, like, I can only imagine, like, how many spells I could probably acquire for each character and how I can switch back and forth. Like, the game is nuts. For the first, this is how uninformed I am. Like, when the demo first started, should we just get straight into it? Are we getting straight into this discussion?
I mean, yeah. I mean, this unless you played other games.
No, that's it.
All right, yeah, we here.
All right, we here. They started calling dude with the big sword Merc. So I'm like, damn, dude got a cool ass name, man. This man Merc.
I heard you saying that on the stream too. I heard that. You're like, his name Merc. I said,
I was like, they made him for a specific reason, man. Come on, man. It's in his name. Come to find out, I'm guessing Merc was short for mercenary, but
right.
his real name is Cloud.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, just the just the way they did that whole the demo was about an hour long, maybe 45 if you ran straight through it.
Yeah. It was actually kind of like it was a really short part of the game, but it felt really they stretched it out pretty well.
Right. Man, I enjoyed every minute of that demo, man. I feel like it's gonna be a solid game. I don't know, just the graphics of the game. Like, I even seen a comparison video of when they first showed the game back in
2015. I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that
compared to now.
Yes,
and usually
sir.
when they show videos like that, usually the first time you see the game looks better than how we actually get the game. And this time, it was a reverse. This time the game looks better than when they first showed it off.
Oh yeah, by miles too.
By miles. I was like, wait a minute. It's cold, man. It's cold, man. So this is definitely I'm on the hype train for this, man. I'm on there.
What was the most? I want to ask you. What was the most? Okay, the
What
most
was the
satisfying
defining moment?
The most satisfying, yeah, kind of. The most satisfying part for you, gameplay wise, and also like cutscene wise, or anything other than gameplay wise.
Gameplay wise was once I got to the portion of the game where they made me be able to switch back and forth between characters. That's when I was like, oh, so you telling me I can switch back and forth
Yes, sir.
and get in my bag with this?
Yes, sir.
Like I could use dude for what's the dude with the gun on his arm? What's his name?
Barrett.
Starts with a yeah. Barrett. I could use him for distance, but then I can get up close with other like with Cloud. Like it was that part right there, just that mechanic right there sold me. And then the boss battle was like the big. Oh yeah, if this is just like the first boss, and this is. How this had how each the boss had different mechanics during whatever his life was at.
Mm-hmm.
Like he started going
stages. He had
different stages on the one boss. I was like, oh yeah, and this is just one. And then you could tell me if I'm wrong. I'm guessing the thing that we blew up in this demo. I'm guessing we gotta go visit the other 7 or 6 that was in the cutscene. Is that how it rocks?
Right. Like that's kind of the point of their little terrorist group that
right.
like Merc was working for.
Right.
They want to destroy all those because the big company Shinra that Bear was talking about is sucking up the life from the planet to try and fuel this city.
Right. So my question is I'm guessing every time I go visit one of these locations, I'm gonna run into a boss. Yeah,
for the most part. Sometimes on the way to it, sometimes at the end.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I was just like, oh, if that's how I'm rocking, I can see me getting into this.
Right. The thing about that that sequence is you kind of get used to that being the norm. You just go into reactors and then something happens and the whole plot shifts.
Okay.
Something becomes greater than anything they've imagined thus far. And it becomes a whole new purpose behind doing the things they do. And it's pretty cut and paste as far as just go to reactor, destroy reactor, we good. Then something happens and it's like, okay, we gotta do something else. And we gotta do something else now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
in typical Final Fantasy fashion.
Right.
I just like how they the whole mechanic of the game. It kind of feel like it satisfied my needs as. It wasn't when Final Fantasy first came out. What did they call that combat system? The menu.
It was menu based, turn based combat.
Yeah, so they kind of they implemented the menu base, but it doesn't feel slow like when I guess the original Final Fantasy comes out. Like the game kind of slows down, and you have like a second or two more than a second to go through the menu and pick what spell or ability if you need to heal yourself or whatever, or heal others. And I just like that aspect of it. And then, of course, I'm a looter guy, so I like that I can knock over boxes and collect potions and shit like that.
Right. I knew you would like something like that because that's a new thing they ended up doing as well. Is the whole breaking boxes, getting potions and stuff. Which actually, speaking on potions, that was one of the things that if I was doubtful about anything with the demo. It was when I'm a good way through it and I look in my menu and I see I have like 28 potions.
Oh, I used all of them.
In
that boss battle.
This is what I'm getting. This is exactly what I'm getting at. When I saw that, a little splash of doubt went through my mind. Only because in the original 28 potions, you're not getting that till probably then. Like some way into disc 1. Like you don't get that off rip. So it's kind of like, ooh, don't tell me that. They're going to ease up on the difficulty in here, you know what I'm saying? Give it the Kingdom Hearts treatment. I don't want that. But I don't know what the fuck that was. Threw off my whole train of thought.
Out of all episodes, my phone's always on silent. And here go the last
It's all good.
season. Hold on. Before we get into this, man. Oh, sorry to cut you off, man.
No, it's all good.
We gotta mention this a couple times in this episode, man.
Before
we get into the BS, man, we doing something real big, man. We going over to YouTube, man. You're gonna soon be seeing us season 2 if you haven't looked on IG on YouTube starting later on this month. But before all that, we would like you guys to go ahead and follow us on YouTube at PSNBS Podcast. I will actually be putting the link in this podcast's bio, so just go ahead and follow that in preparation for what's to come. And of course, with something this major, we gotta, bring it in a major way. So of course, for the first 50 followers, we're gonna be giving out some mystery prizes. Of course, they're going to be game based. So just go ahead and follow, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that you got to do to prepare, because you ain't going to want to miss out on nothing when it comes to this YouTube page. I'm telling you that right now.
Yes, sir. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Long time coming. Like Trav said, the first 50 subscribers we get on the YouTube page are automatically entered in for a chance to win some prizes. So do that. Do that, and tell your mom to do that, and tell your dog to do that, and tell your best friend to do that.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? It's a better chance to win a prize. I mean, your mom can win the prize and you can take it from her. You know what I'm saying?
It's a big year it's a big year in gaming.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna say we're gonna get you a PS5 or nothing.
Sheesh.
But it's a big year in gaming.
Yeah.
So.
I could say hit that subscribe button if you want to see that PS5 unboxing in November. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just thinking. I hope it comes out in November. But yeah,
I'm actually shooting for October. I'm shooting in late October.
The earlier the better, shit. But hit the subscribe if you're trying to see that unboxing, because you know it's going down. But yeah, so YouTube is a big step. Finally seeing us on camera and all that good stuff. Definitely subscribe to the channel early. Subscribe. We'll be promoting this shit all week. The first 50 are automatically entered in for a chance to win a prize. So do that.
Yeah,
y'all.
definitely. Be part of the ground floor. Be part of the beginning, because we're growing. As you can see, for those loyal followers that we've had since the beginning, shout out to you guys. We do this for you. We love doing this. We love bringing you, our take on the gaming universe. And I'm glad you guys, the loyal listeners, come on board, come on the YouTube. It's going to get better. Like Trav said, it's a huge year in gaming. We got a lot of ideas. We got a lot of things. We got some freedom now. I mean, we got a lot of things we can work towards. And I just want to say that, be part of this, be part of the growth. So you can look back and say, hey, you know what? I was there.
Right.
I was there when they first started, and I know what's up. I know these guys.
And don't get scared for you guys that like just the audio. We ain't going nowhere. We still hitting all the major podcast platforms.
Oh, yeah.
You'll always be getting that.
Definitely.
The scheduling might change a little. Is of course gonna have to change a little bit. But you're going to be getting them still on a weekly basis, But next week, we're going to be taking a little hiatus, to ramp things up and finish some things in the background. But trust me, it will all be worth it.
100%.
PS and BS, man.
So with that being said, Season 2 of PS and BS will premiere on March 16th. So get ready. Get ready for that.
Definitely.
Yep.
And with that being said, are we back?
Yeah, we back.
I wonder if that's how we're going to do, ads. Like, we're just talking and it's like, but wait. That'd be crazy. All right, like I was saying, I think I remember where I picked up. Yeah, the potions.
Yeah, you're talking about potions.
So when I saw it, I was like, don't tell me this game is easy mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got 28 potions. These boys ain't hitting me for shit. And then I get to the boss. And boy, did that number go from 28 to 6. Real fucking quick, because that boss was like so it was a relief that when I got to the boss, it was actually a challenge. It was actually something that you had to use the game's elements to do. You couldn't just one man it with Cloud. You couldn't just spam a certain skill. It was very, very okay, you're going to use every aspect of this game and all the work we put into it to beat this boss. And this is the first one of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, have fun. He got armor. They went all out.
And then he gets some extra little armor.
Right.
I'm like, come on, man.
Right. Yeah, so that was pretty reassuring. I was like, okay, so the difficulty's going to be up there, which is cool. I don't like a hardcore experience for a first playthrough, but I at least don't want to breeze through them. Shout out to Kingdom Hearts 3. So yeah, that was very reassuring, and I enjoyed that. Now, the aspect of it that I liked that was non-gameplay based, it took place during gameplay, but it was for the most part non-gameplay based. It was the banter between Cloud and Barrett. Oh my lord! Oh my lord! That's like they started experimenting with the whole banter between party members in Final Fantasy 15, and it was good. It was done well. But this is a next level. Like, you can just feel Cloud and Barrett's relationship off rip. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Barrett was
They-
snapping on this
Yeah.
guy every opportunity he got. It's crazy because, like, you just met this guy. Like, what's good? And he was,
Do your
he's
job.
talking he's talking crazy to him. But it kind of just gets, it gets the player hype for, like, okay, you're going to be stuck, through the whole game with this guy. I wonder how their relationship changes,
Listen,
if it does.
I wish I would have got paid more. I said, oh.
Right. And during the boss, he's like, oh, use Thunder Magic. And you don't use it for a while. He's like, didn't I tell you use Thunder Magic? He's like, I thought you was full of shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I thought you was full of shit. Yeah, that shit is crazy. When you save him, he's like, is there anything you want to say? I was like, yeah, that shit is dope. That is
Oh yeah,
dope.
I got one
love
question. Speaking of that, what timer did you put on the ball, man? What you do, the 20 or the 30?
that. 20, bro. Come on now.
Of course, same.
In the
here,
original,
man.
it was 10 minutes.
Oh,
But yeah, it was 10 minutes in the original. So the
But
20 was,
you-
I was like,
you were
yeah, I
able-
could do it.
oh, you were able to choose between
No.
10 minutes and something else, or was it strictly 10?
It was
off the top?
strictly 10.
Okay, so that was another like thing in the game that I'm like, hold on, so they're letting you choose like just the littlest things, like the timer on a bomb
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna obviously affect you later on, not instantly, but
Yeah,
so
there'll be
I'm
a couple of
like,
choices. There'll be a couple of choices in that game.
So that's pretty dope.
But yeah, Lex, did you dip into it at all? The demo?
Yeah, I was just about to say, man, Lex, what's up, man?
I don't need to. I'm good.
Oh, he's
I'm-
one of those. He's one of those
I'm
guys.
good. Listen,
Lex is reassured.
like I said, when they announced this game 20 years ago that they were gonna make it,
That's what he is.
they were gonna remake it. I was already. I think I was in high school. I was ready to buy it, so I don't need a demo. I don't believe in demos. I'm good. Alphas, betas, dude.
So I just want to.
I just I can't do it, but I am gonna buy this game. I'm excited for it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, especially Trav, because that's been Square's mission to pull in new fans.
Yeah, they got me.
Since for the past few years, and they've been experimenting in different ways. And I think from what I hear and from what I've seen people talk about, unfortunately, because sometimes you can't avoid it, they're doing a great job so far. So we'll see.
Yeah, the only thing that I have is just like, because this game was announced so long ago and so much changes has happened behind the scenes, and of course even to the demo, like I remember like the demo, I'm pretty sure I've seen all this in like trailers obviously, and I'm like, is this still gonna be one of those? Because I remember when they first came out, or maybe in the mid, they were saying like they were gonna drop it as like episodic. Like, we would get just, like, half the game now and half the game later, the rest of the original game. Or is this going to be the complete 7 from the gate?
No, this is definitely it's definitely episodic. It's definitely, it was actually, there was a video that came out with an interview, and they're explaining why. And it's mainly because of like
But if it's
storage.
so if it's episodic, my question is to that, then are we going to, like, it's not really, I guess whatever this ends is going to not feel so episodic. Like, unless you already played 7, you're going to know, okay, where's the rest of the story, I guess? Because it doesn't say it nowhere in the game, like, part 1 remake. You know, it doesn't say that. And do they have, like, a ETA, how often we're going to be getting these episodes? If it's once a year, once every 5 years, once every generation, like...
They have no confirmed info on any of those things yet. What I can tell you about it being episodic is, in an interview, they said that they definitely considered the possibility of it being the full game in one app or whatever, in one run.
Right.
But they would have significantly chopped the story up to try and fit it all as far as like game size and things like that.
Right.
The original was 3 discs, the final disc being solely the final boss battle. It was a pretty humongous game for a PlayStation 1. I don't think, with games popping out at 100 gigs now, I don't think Final Fantasy 7 Remake would have been a PlayStation 5 drop within like next year if it was going to be like the whole game in one, because that game size would have easily been like 240, I would say.
But here's my question: I'll speak for myself after I ask this. As a fan of the series, wouldn't you rather wait and have the whole game? Even look, if at this point with this game in particular,
have we been waiting?
that's what I'm saying. At this point with this game in particular, if they told you, Biggs, hey, we're gonna give you the full game, it's 300 gigs, or you can wait and do it episodic. At this point right now, knowing what you know, playing what you've played, which one would you rather have?
Like I just said, for their reasoning for doing episodic, I would tell them to keep it that way. Not only are they like concentrating on each section with a lot greater depth, they're also adding new story elements. You know, they're adding backstory to characters. They're doing a lot of addition. Rather than if they would have put it all in one, they said they would have chopped the story up. They would have had to.
What if they didn't have to chop up?
No, what if they didn't have to
story
chop up?
And
That's
they
what I'm
just
saying.
needed more time? Like, let's say instead of it come out now, like we get the demo today, and they said, all right, we're not gonna do it episodic, but the game's not gonna come out until
November.
Oh, you're saying November? I would have said at least another 2 years.
No, dude, listen. If I mean, I can't speak for myself, but I know there are some fans out there that will they will end it.
Yeah,
End themselves. They will end themselves because this is
But-
not.
But the episode, what do you mean? The episodic thing is right now. There's no details on when the next
Yeah, and that's scary.
episodes are coming out. They can
this
literally
whole
come out with
project-
this, and we don't get anything until the end of PlayStation 5. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Listen, this whole project is a momentous undertaking, and I since the beginning I was joking about it to myself years ago. Obviously, Square being Square, and this is a momentous, huge undertaking, and in my heart of hearts, I was like, they're not going to be able to. When they first announced them, like they're not going to be able to do the whole game. They're not going to be if the way they
hell no.
sounded, their ambition.
Yeah, hell no.
And then they started saying episodic, and I'm like, I'm not a fan of that at all.
Hitman.
I'm not a fan of that at all. I'm not.
Hitman.
But Hitman had the thing is with Hitman though, it was almost as a live service because it was like, hey, next month you have this month to hunt and kill this particular target. It
I
made it
see
fun.
that.
They made it fun. Final Fantasy is a role playing game. How many role playing games have you played in your lifetime? Who any of you that have? If Mass Effect was episodic, I would have been pissed.
Right.
I would have been pissed. I would have sat there and gone, wait, I have to wait to find out what happens to Shepard when? A few months from now? Another
Right,
year?
and that's what I'm scared of. I'm like, is there a point in this game where it feels so complete that I can wait another year before I get a part 2?
I'm sure.
Or am
I'm
I
sure
gonna
they
do
will.
it? Or I'm gonna just do a boss and the credits is gonna roll and it's gonna be like, oh, hold on, we still had like 6 more reactors to go after. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's scary. I wish this game the best. I do want to play it. I'm just very skeptical on how this is going to be handled. I hope it's handled right. But me, deep down, myself, right now, I can say I'm not happy about the way they're doing this. I'm not like I'm glad they're doing it. I want them to do it, but
Right.
this is just not what I want. I don't want something like this to be episodic. I'd rather wait, but I know we've waited long enough. But it's like,
I was
if you
gonna
waited
say.
this long, Jesus. PS5 launch title.
I think with okay, I have a couple theories. I guess if you can call them theories. Me, it's kind of just either way is okay. I mean, this got announced in 2015. And then it had to get re-announced, I believe, 2 years later because it
Dude,
was
when
like
they announced
radio
it,
silent.
the guy that was making the game look he was at the show. He looked like he didn't even have a clue he was making this game. Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm making this. What?
We don't speak about that first year, 2 years, because
Dude.
they actually had to scrap everything and restart and everything.
I know.
Yeah.
It was like when they announced the Star Wars game. It was like, hey guys, we have an announcement, and she's sitting next to like Vince Campella. She's like, hey, tell us about your Star Wars game. He has his face like, oh,
Oh yeah, that shit was like.
we're making that.
That was
we're
so
not showing.
awkward.
Yeah, I'm like, we don't have any video. We don't have shit. What the? You're just sitting next to me, and you're gonna ask me this question? Okay, yeah, we're making a game, folks. Be on the lookout.
I have a couple theories about it. Me, I'm fine either way, whether it's episodic. Of course, I would ideally, if you're gonna give me the whole product, I can honestly wait no longer than one more year. So like March 2021, if I'm getting the whole experience, cool.
Nah, you ain't
Jesus,
getting that.
no,
It would have to be more than 1 year because
then I'm good. Then I'm cool with episodic. But I do have a couple theories about it. Real quick, Trav. I have a couple theories about it. Since they're doing what they're doing with this game, covering Midgar. Midgar is the first, I would say, less than 10 hours of the game. And they're stretching this to about a 40-hour experience, like reaching up to 40 hours. Could be anywhere between 30 and 40, depending on what type of player you are. But they're stretching this story in Midgar. I feel like the last boss that you fight in the original game in Midgar, I don't think that's going to be the final boss of this game. I think, this is a theory, there will be some kind of round 1 bout with either Jenova or Sephiroth in the end of Remake Part 1 in Midgar. Would it follow the FF7 original layout? No, because obviously you didn't fight them there. But just to make the final boss feel a little more like a final boss and to keep the whole episodic anticipation feeling going, I would theorize that a kind of round 1 bout between final boss or the little semi-final boss, I think that would be a thing in this game, which I would love. That's just me, though. Another thing I theorized.
So you'd like to have one of those teaser battles, like, hey, boss shows up, you get a couple of hits in, and then he disappears into the shadows?
No. We're talking about no. He's talking about like a multiple phase boss. You know those bosses that
understood.
You beat them yeah.
It's just like in Metal Gear when you first run into Ocelot. Like you get a couple of hits in, he changes phases, and then he disappears, and then he comes back at the end of the game. You know, I get the whole thing, but I'm saying that's how you would want to end the first episode, like on okay, I didn't beat him, he ran off, or I got away.
That's because as a fan who knows the original, you know either way the battle's not over, no matter who you fight at the end of Remake Part 1. So I would rather it be a round 1 bout between the final boss, because in the original game, the final boss has about 3 or 4 forms that you fight off rip back to back. Right. If they do it some kind of way where you fight a form at the end of each one, cool. That's pretty innovative. Whatever. I would be okay with that.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
I also feel like this is, I guess, it's a hope / a theory. With Part 2 of the remake already being announced as in development, I would want to say no longer than a year for Part 2. Between the release of Part 1 and then Part 2. I don't know. I think there's only going to be 2, though. I don't think there's going to be 3.
Well, it should be easier now that they have the engine and obviously they got everything in place. It should be as effortless as the first part. That makes sense.
I would say a year would be, I mean, I know people would probably want it sooner because they're going to like speed run it just off of hype and anticipation, but I would say a year. No later. If it gets later, then it's like, now y'all going down the Square Enix road. Here we go. So one thing I want to tell you, Lex, if you hadn't heard, and to anybody who's interested, I guess, another video I came out saying that because you acquire him so late in the game, Red 13 will not be playable in Part 1. So he'll be kind of just a companion AI, like a computer-controlled AI. Fighting. So
yeah, I saw something about that. Yeah,
right. So that's got a lot of people on edge. But I mean, honestly speaking, you kind of do get Red 13 a little too late to master any real abilities with him. So I'm cool with playing as him in Part 2. Whatever, that's fine.
Right.
But yeah, that's my FF7 remake wrap up.
I think that's cool, man. I think the hype train is there for FF7, man. We'll see what happens, man. Like I said, exciting year of gaming. With that being said, where do we go next, man? We got a little leak, a new EA game leak, a little Star Wars Project Maverick. I don't even know.
Tell me
how
about
this-
that, please. I have no idea.
I don't know how this leak came out, but there's literally nothing really out, any details other than the name, pretty much. They really say it's a smaller, more unusual project, and I'm like, okay, what does that mean? So is it like a DLC size game for Fallen Order? Or is this something else? Like, is this gonna be like
a mobile
one of those
game.
indie? It's
a
gonna
mobile
be a
game.
mobile. It's a
It's a
mobile game.
You guys don't have phones? Come on.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
gonna be
that's
like it's gonna be like that Hitman Go, that Lara Croft Go. It's gonna be that shit.
Oh shit! If it's that,
I'm telling you, they reel you in with that shit. They reel you in, and then it's like, ho, and then you see the bottom of the screen. That's what I always look for, and then it says iOS, Android, and then you don't see PS4. You don't see shit. You just see
All right.
iOS and Android.
well, that was
Google.
Project Maverick. So,
Google
I said,
Stadia exclusive.
Not much. I don't even know how this even got leaked. I think it first showed up on Kotaku, which is just known for catching leaks all over the gaming world. So that's where that came from. I don't know if this was another leak, but this Batmobile.
That was not a leak.
Okay, so that was purposely.
That was
Yeah,
camera
Matt-
test 2.
Yeah,
That was
Matt-
camera test 2.
Yeah, no, this is better than a camera test. This is actually the director saying, hey, I know you guys are curious about the Batmobile. Here are some pictures. And it is
What do
fantastic.
you think about it? You
It
like
is
it?
fantastic. Yes. The thing is, I'm understanding. I'm a big DC fan. Please, y'all got to know this. I'm a big DC fan. My top 3 are the Trinity, the Holy Trinity for DC: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Period. Nobody's better. I know the history of Batman. I've watched every single thing of Batman, even the cheesy ones. This Batmobile, man, the theme that they're going for, this is gonna be this. It's reminding me of the Michael Keaton movie, where it's kind of timeless, where they kind of used, where you can watch it and kind of be like, is it the 80s? Is it the 90s? Is it the 40s? That's good. That's a good.
Is it someone's project car?
Dude, that car looks freaking nice, man. I was on Car and Driver,
It looks
and
like
it was like
it looks like Mad Max.
they think it's 1969 Dodge Charger, maybe. I was on Car and Driver because that's where I'm gonna look for theories, and yeah, they were like it has a 60s type shape, late 60s, mid to late 60s type shape, but I'm loving it, man. I think what they're doing, the camera test, whatever, I don't care. I think this right here is a good route. I'm feeling it a lot.
What do you like with the tone of the images, like the filter that they have on it? What does that tell you about this film? Is it going to be like a 300? No, not 300. What was that game? I mean,
Sin
that movie
City?
that was like Sin
Sin
City.
City?
Yeah, that's the
No.
vibe that I'm getting from this.
No, I think it's more of, it's not going to be like the Nolan type stuff. I think it's more, surprisingly, more of, do you remember what I'm getting with this Batman? I don't know, because it looks nice. I'm getting, that scene in, was it Batman versus Superman? Yes, Batman versus Superman. You guys see that movie, first of all?
Yes.
Okay. You know that Batman scene when Batman saves Martha, Superman's mom?
Yes.
When he took out that whole crew. That's the type of, that's where they were going with Batman the whole time. That's where what I thought they were going to do. That guy that, he's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? He's dark. He's brutal. You know what I'm saying? He's very gritty, like the comic books.
Right.
This is more like a year one. If you've seen the animated movie, Batman Year One, it's very detective style type gritty. You can say almost like that Sin City, but Sin City's more like comic book. Pure.
Well,
comic
that's what I'm getting at. Like, is this gonna be like
No, I
pure
don't-
comic book?
No, this is gonna be like a dark, crime, action movie. That's the vibe I'm getting so far. I could be wrong.
Okay. All right, man.
Shit, I meant to say this earlier during the FF7 talk. I told Steels that I would say it. First things first, Steels approves of FF7. He said he's buying it off rip. He couldn't be sold any more than he is on it. I don't know if he told any of y'all that, but he told me to say it.
All right.
Just that's his thing on FF7. And another thing, now that you guys were talking about this, it reminded me that I forgot to say it. Who's that guy? Scorsese? That said that the Marvel was in cinema.
Right. Yeah, Scorsese.
Okay.
Marty.
He would say the FF7 remake is cinema. All right.
Okay.
He would say that if someone asked him, he would say yes, that's cinema.
Okay.
Just want to throw
There we
that
go.
out there.
All right. Scorsese approves.
So did Biggs? Did you see the Batmobile images?
Yeah, I saw like the at the very tail end of it, like after you guys were like, oh, look at the Batmobile. I was like, I opened my eyes and I was like, oh shit, the Batmobile. I was pretty surprised at the design, to be honest. I was like, that's what they're going for? And I was like, okay, because then you see like what was it? I think it was Dark Knight Rises.
The Tumbler.
The fucking
the tank.
that
It was a
thing,
tank.
yeah, the thing that
Yeah.
wasn't even a car, and I was like, fuck. You know, they
Yeah,
went from
right.
that to this, and it's okay because it doesn't seem too exaggerated. I feel like that tank shit was kind of exaggerated to me. Like,
Listen,
fuck,
the
it's just
Michael
a guy.
Keaton-
Like this
the
is just a
Michael-
man.
Yeah, the Michael Keaton Batman was a Corvette.
He's a millionaire, man.
Kind of mixed with a.
Millionaire.
Hey, this is year one, man. This is year one.
Maybe Pattinson got some substance to him instead of just the money. He probably, you know what I'm saying? He probably got a love for old cars in the movie, you know, that they're going to expose or something like that.
All right,
Probably
Fast
give you a
and the
reason
Furious
behind
7.
it.
All right, got you.
Oh
Sheesh.
my God! Don't even put those in the same sentence, please.
Sheesh.
Please, that is not cinema.
That is not
That is
Scorsese.
that is definitely not
That is
Scorsese
not
approved.
Cinema. No.
Oh,
No.
all right. With that being said, man, Lex,
Yeah.
heard from the grapevine that you actually got some dreams in.
Yes, I did. I played Dreams. For those of you that have been following this podcast, I have been very evasive, maybe the word, maybe hesitant about Dreams because I'm
I'll
not
say
hesitant.
Yeah.
And I understand. This is what I'll say about Dreams without getting long-winded. This is a game for the Minecraft generation, for sure.
For sure. Oh, yeah. the
100%. Now, the other thing about this game is this game was also made for people who have time. In a sense, to make games, like the foundation of the game, you know, to make
Right.
games and create and things like that, because that's what they're promoting in the game.
creative. Right.
Like you said last time, you brought up the tutorial. Doesn't feel like a tutorial. Definitely feels like school. It's fun. It feels to me like a like you said, like a demo, like a PlayStation demo disc where it shows you all the stuff you can do with the PlayStation games, right? But the thing about this game that it pushes obviously is being social online,
Yes.
which I am not. No, I am not. I'm a loner. I'm a
Got
loner.
you.
Yes,
you know.
sir. Shout out Division 2.
It's Division 2 on PC Master Race, straight
Yeah,
up.
with no one else.
we go.
God damn.
But I play with randoms. I play with randoms.
What?
I do. Once in a while, an agent. Hey, when that thing, listen, that thing is tempting. An agent needs assistance. It's tempting.
Oh, God. You be hitting the button?
No, they hit the
But
button.
he
No, I'm
hit
saying you be hitting the
but-
button to join them.
Yeah, because I come in like Batman. I swoop in, help them out, and boop.
And
I
dip.
salute, and I'm out.
He dipped.
Yeah, I'm out. You don't need to speak in this game. It's there.
That's true. That is true.
It's there. So yeah, I did enjoy it. My son, like I said before, my son enjoyed it a lot. It's a good game. I think they definitely hit it out of the park with the game. It's not for me. I was happy to support the devs, but it's not something that I would consistently play every day. Once in a while, I'll pop it in and play a couple of dreams here and there. Maybe
Right.
fiddle around with some, creating a level or a landscape or a music track. I think it's one of those games you definitely just come back to, fiddle around with. At least for me, I'm not gonna create a game. I'm not gonna create a game. No,
Yeah.
I might create some music for a game.
Right, I look at it just like you. I pretty much see that game as like my in between games. Like I don't really want to stress with Division 2 or Destiny and the whole grind, but I do want to pick up the sticks. Let's go see what's on Dreams that I can funk around with for a little bit. Let's see if somebody made Tetris I can play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. And I think why the game is successful, it's going to be successful, why it has been successful and will be successful, is because it does that. It gives you a chance. It gives all the people that want to create and a chance to create. It gives people that want to play something simple, easy, pick up and play and chill. Boom! I was playing this game not too long ago with my wife. It was a marble game. I forgot the name of the game, but you just control this marble on this puzzle, this platform, and it was just fun, and it was
Right.
simple, and it was cool, you know. And once in a while, you can kind of sit down and play this game. It could definitely be a party game. Definitely be a party game. You know, you got options, but I enjoyed it. Just not. I'm not gonna think about it much. Go back to it, like be like, oh, I gotta get home and play Dreams.
all right,
No.
all right,
That's fair enough.
good. That's fair.
Yeah, boys. We talking? What we talking now? PS2?
Oh, hold on. Before there's one more thing on the docket that I gotta hear from Lex about, and that's this Division 2.
Division 2. What can I say? I'm gonna say a bold statement. You guys ready?
Yeah,
I need something in the background. I need something
Yeah.
to set me
What,
up.
what do you need? What do you need? What do
I
you
need
that's
something.
Samuels.
Yeah,
wanna play games, motherfucker?
there we go. That'll do.
play games, motherfucker?
I will say this right now. Right now. Emphasis on right now, this moment. March 5th, 2020. By the time this goes live, it'll be March 6th. Lex says that Division 2 is owning Destiny 2 in my book. Destiny 2, I'm going to retire Destiny 2 for a little while now. It's going to go bye-bye for a little while. Because Division 2 is overtaken me right now. What they did with this expansion is what I wanted. A lot of what I wanted. I love Division 2. It was my game of the year, like I said before, for a while, before Death Stranding. And this expansion was for me. It was made for me. Went back home to New York. It's beautiful. They fixed a lot of things. They added some things. The storyline is fantastic. They're giving this virus some faces now. Recurring enemies, good stories, rogue agents. The characters are fantastic, and like Ubisoft, man, they did a great job. Launch was a little funky. By the time I played it, it was fine. But I the early birds, the ones that call out sick to play an online game.
Chill.
Shut-
Whoa.
Hey, listen. In this day and age, that's a big risk. You're gonna lose money.
Whoa.
When was the last time I did that? GTA 5 Online in 2013.
Oh my God, I remember that.
That was a
cluster.
disaster. That was the last time I ever did that. I learned my lesson.
Yeah, that
Dude, it was days
a
before we could play.
nightmare.
Days.
It was a nightmare. Just
It wasn't,
looking
oh,
at that
we'll be
loop.
back. We'll be back. No, it was days before we can
And,
play.
and they were like kind of radio silent about
Yeah,
like
I was so
when was this
pissed.
gonna be working?
Yeah, no, it was horrible. It was horrible. But anyways, yeah, Division 2 right now over Destiny for now. Destiny needs to step it up. Google Destiny, folks. Google Destiny, and you'll see what's going on there.
Trials is coming back
Listen,
March 10th.
the Destiny community is not happy right now.
We got Trials coming back. They are happy about that, man. We got
Okay, well, they got to do something.
we got new
Division-
exotics.
Division's gone up. The concurrent player base has gone up. It's gone up since late last month. It's late February. The game was free last weekend. Free to play last weekend. For the weekend to get everybody pumped
Right.
up. It's at $3. It was at $3. I don't know if it still is. They're making moves.
Yeah, I'm definitely jumping back over to Division 2. Can't lie. I'm most likely gonna get some time in this week.
Yeah, we haven't even done Coney Island yet, bro.
Yeah,
we
Oh,
need,
man.
get
we
on
need to
that.
knock that out. We need
You
to
saw
knock
you
that
guys
out.
saw the screenshots. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Say
Lex.
less.
Whatever, Lex.
Say
Well, you know.
less.
That's
Not
on
even
PS.
close.
Yeah, it's
It's
not even
not
close.
even close. It's not even close.
Anyways, but that's Division 2. Get it. Support Ubisoft. They're great.
Gotcha. All right, Biggs, bring us in, man.
All right, so actually, I use this sound all out of context all the time, but now I can use it with a purpose. So, first things first.
You want to play games, motherfucker?
All right.
Yes.
This, yes,
That's what we do.
that's what we're doing here. All right, this past week we are celebrating the 20th birthday of the PlayStation 2. So,
Yay!
20 years, man. Wow.
it's the highest selling PlayStation, right? If not system, period, right?
That's a high-selling system.
Yeah, highest selling system.
Over Nintendo?
155 million units.
Yes,
155
sir.
million.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I didn't know if it was highest ever or highest in PlayStation, but
No,
yeah, I
highest
knew it was
ever.
highest.
Highest
All right,
ever.
yeah, cool. And kind of to bring it in, just to get some nostalgia going a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and read off a couple of PS2 titles just to go through it. Maybe it'll spark some memories with you guys or you listeners. So I'm gonna go ahead and
card in.
I'm gonna go ahead and boot up my memory card and name a couple off rip. So I'm gonna go pretty quick. So here we got games like Guitar Hero 2, Sly 2, Band of Thieves,
Yes.
Ico, Street
Played
Volume 2,
Played it.
Kingdom Hearts 2,
Played
Tony Hawk's Underground,
it. Didn't play it.
Disgaea, Hour of Darkness,
Played it.
Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal,
Didn't play it.
Beyond Good and Evil,
Played it.
Burnout Revenge,
Played it.
Psychonauts,
Played it.
Devil May Cry 3,
Played it.
Jack 2,
Holy
Played it.
Bully,
Definitely
God
played
of
it.
War,
hell yeah!
Obviously.
Okami,
Oh, yes.
Final Fantasy X,
Yes. Oh, that's my favorite.
Silent Hill 2,
Yes.
Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty,
The greatest Metal Gear ever.
Grand Theft Auto Vice City,
Home.
Resident Evil 4,
Mm.
Shadow of the Colossus,
Oh, yeah.
Metal Gear
have
Solid
this-
Snake Eater,
Yes.
Oh yeah!
and the number one, Trav may agree,
Oh shit.
Grand Theft
Here we
Auto
go
San
again.
Andreas.
Whoa! You missed one. You missed.
Hang on.
man.
Before he even goes there, hang on. I got you. Trav. Hopefully. And I got you too, Biggs. I got you too. Shit. Final Fantasy 12?
I didn't really like 12. It was originally on PS2.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I ain't really like 12. Like
I got two games that are missing from that list.
Go ahead.
First one is the real 2K SmackDown. Here comes the pain. The
that was
real
fantastic.
2K game. That was
fantastic.
probably like probably one of the last games when wrestling was still like something you talked about in school. Like that was like Brock Lesnar on the cover. That whole nine. And then the other game was a game that was just like mind blowing at the time. How can this even be possible on a system? And that was Mortal Kombat Armageddon, when they brought freaking all the fighters in the whole
Yeah, they had
MK
everybody.
universe in one game. That was the first time they ever did it and the last time they ever did it.
Yeah.
So that's one of my top Mortal Kombat games just off of that.
I think going back to the PS2, I'm going to read you guys some numbers, see if you like this.
All right.
The PS2 launched in 2000, and it ended its run in 2012.
damn.
Yeah, they were officially discontinued in 2013 of January. The highest grossing PS2 games from 10 to number 1. Number 10, Kingdom Hearts at 4.78 million units
Yes,
sold.
sir. Yes, sir.
But Square, being fucking Square, milking every single penny, they did Ultimate Hits and Final Mix, so it went up to 5.9 million.
Yeah, Final Mix. Yeah, Final Mix.
Yeah,
That was
good
only
for them.
Japan though.
Oh, okay.
It still counts though.
Yeah, yeah.
Number 9, Tekken 5 at 6 million.
Whoo.
Number
Tekken.
8, Final Fantasy 12 at 6 million, tied. Number 7, Metal Gear Solid 2, greatest Metal Gear ever, at 7 million.
Hell yeah.
Number 6, GTA 3, the one that started it all, at 8 million. Number 5, Final Fantasy 10 at 8 million.
Yes, sir. Titus.
Yep, Titus. Number 4, GTA Vice City at 9.61 million.
That's home, Lex.
Yes, home, bro. That's home.
You just
And
name all these games, man. I just remember like that day picking up those games.
oh yeah, we were part of that 9.6 million, dude.
Yeah.
Trust me, of all these games. And the big 3, very interesting. Number 3, Gran Turismo 4 at 11.76 million copies sold.
Wow.
Number 2, the better Gran Turismo 3 at 14.89 million sold.
Damn.
And number 1, the only, hit me with it. You already know.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
GTA San Andreas at 7.33 million copies sold.
Dude, funny story about San Andreas. Just to put that in there. Remember, I didn't own a PlayStation 2. My brother Judd had a PlayStation 2. And when San Andreas got announced, I ran out and bought GTA San Andreas on PlayStation 2. And I didn't even own the PlayStation 2.
Wow. That's what
I
I'm
went
talking
and picked that boy up, had it, holding it like, oh, when I get the PlayStation 2 in the crib, it's the first one going in. I already got, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, that game,
I bought the
That game
game, I
changed
didn't have
everything.
the system.
My man bought the fit before the shoes.
Yes.
She said, I believe in this. I believe in this. I believe
Bought
in
the
this.
rims before I bought the car. Like,
wow. Yeah, that's a great analogy right there. That's fantastic.
I'm telling you, man.
Hey man,
Hey.
that was the influence of that game and how good it was and
Oh, yeah.
how much we got out of it.
Yeah. Man, there's so much classics. Need for Speed Underground.
Yep.
Scarface.
Yeah, Scarface.
Underrated.
Yeah,
Very
Scarface.
underrated open world game.
Yeah, Scarface was
man.
good.
I just think it
Scarface
came
He had
out
morals.
during the
He
wrong
didn't just
time.
shoot-
That's all.
He
Yeah,
didn't shoot
I blatantly
everybody in the
remember
face.
that. Yeah. I didn't play it, but I watched my brother play it.
Just the way the game started out. It started off at the end of the movie.
Yes.
And
That
you
was
killed the guy.
groundbreaking.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Midnight
Too bad.
Club.
Shout out to the voice actor who tried to imitate Tony. He did an admirable job.
Yeah. Let's pop it up for you. Short clap,
Yeah, man.
short clap.
They couldn't get the Al Pacino because
Right. Of course. They wanted the game to come out. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And also one I didn't mention, which I'm surprised. 'Cause I was low key reading off a list or whatever, but Def Jam Fight for New York came out for PlayStation 2, right?
I've seen that on the list, but I'm like, I can't believe that. I thought it was more of, you know what? Yes, it did come out on PlayStation 2 because I had it on the original Xbox. Yes, it did.
I have a question. I'm not going to look it up because maybe you guys can help me with this. There is a game I used to play the hell out of. It was a Marvel fighting game.
Oh, there was a bunch of those.
No,
Marvel
but-
versus Capcom.
No, not like that. This was a different one. This was like a rated R one almost.
Oh,
It was on the streets, and there were a lot of these characters that were kind of lesser known. It had Cyclops. I think it had Wolverine. It had Spider-Man. What was it called? Marvel. Oh my God! It had like Marvel versus the Imperfects. Something like that. Marvel.
Yeah, it's called Marvel Nemesis: Rise of the Imperfect.
oh, I
There you
remember
go.
that.
Was that on
oh
PS2?
my God!
Tell me that was on PS2.
PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube,
Oh, I
DS,
told you.
PSP.
That
I remember that.
was my game, dude. That game was
That
awesome.
was lit.
That game was awesome.
Oh my God.
It was so out of place, though, right? Wasn't it weird?
Yes,
Because the Imperfects
yes.
were made up by, I guess, whoever. They weren't real characters. The EA made them up or whatever. Dude, those were some badass freaking characters, man. Wow, that game was awesome, dude.
Yeah, the cover, they look like knockoffs of the real thing.
I know. Yeah, I think EA made those characters up for the game.
Like-
You can play Spider-Man. I think.
Dude, man.
That game was awesome, bro.
See, that was back in, the thing with PlayStation 2 era and the Xbox era, like, that's when games was still just cranking out these, like, they were taking risks. Like, that's when you got you got your Streets, like, you got,
Oh yeah, NBA
You know,
Streets
they
Volume
don't-
2.
right, they don't do that anymore in gaming. Like, you don't get those
No.
one-offs too often, I guess you could say. Like, now it's like, oh, what's the big name we can make a game for? You know,
For example,
said-
SSX Tricky. You remember those games, the SSX series. They don't come out
EA
with those
big,
anymore.
man. Bring those back.
NFL
Medal of
Street 3.
Honor.
NFL Street 3.
Streets.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're right. They don't. These companies don't take risk anymore.
EA
because
big, man. Bring them back. Open the door, man. If they
when
just
EA
open
was-
up EA
was
big,
nice.
we'd get another Def Jam. We'd get.
Yeah.
Come on, man. The list will go on and on, man.
Maybe one day we'll.
a couple of
Maybe one day we'll
shout-outs.
ask them.
Couple of shout outs I forgot. Little something I'm picking up. Splinter Cell. Shout out Splinter Cell.
Oh, of course.
Shout out
Xbox,
to
first Xbox game.
Yeah, I know.
shout out to Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition.
Yeah.
Shout out to
The
Silent
King,
Hill.
The King. Yes.
Hold on, my question is: Splinter Cell actually came out on PlayStation 2?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Shout
I
out to
played it
Star
on
Wars
Xbox.
Battlefront 2.
Oh man, I'm
Yeah.
looking at the
Fucking
list right
yes.
here, man. It said it came out on PlayStation 3, man. Oh, hey, man, don't be putting Splinter Cell on PlayStation 2, man.
It is. It's on PS2.
Nah, man.
Yeah, Splinter Cell on PS2.
I have no
see
idea. I
that.
pall played it on Xbox for sure.
I'm
Shout
looking
out
at
to
the
all the-
Wikipedia, man. Ain't
You
saying
looking on
that.
the wrong source. They said Wikipedia. What's the first thing you learn in school?
Not
Yeah,
to
but-
use it, but hey,
Yeah.
gaming. Man, where else can you go?
Hey man, listen, bro. Splinter Cell came out on PS2. You're just gonna have to take my word for it.
Oh,
So, shout out all the Dragon Ball Z games. No one mentioned those because I'm sure y'all didn't really play them.
No.
Shout out to Persona 3 and Persona 4 on PS2.
Didn't want to
Shout
pay
out,
$60 for a loading screen.
shout out for Simpsons Hit and Run. You know what I'm saying? Shout out
Classic
to-
game.
Yeah.
Classic game.
Simpsons Hit and Run. I'll still play that to this day if I could.
Yes,
Couldn't be
Matter of
late
fact,
today.
it's in dreams.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, sir.
Star Wars Battlefront, man.
Yeah, Battlefront 2. Yeah. That was one of my favorite games growing up.
I think what we can say about the PS2 era is that it definitely my favorite system was PlayStation 1, but PS2, man, that sound when you booted it up, little graphics, little cube.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, it was just something new. The system was so different. Like it didn't look like a toy. I think the PlayStation 1 looked like a toy.
Damn.
It was a good system. You don't think it looked like a toy compared to the PS2? The PS2 looked like an item,
Yeah,
Yeah, it looked like a machine. It looked
like the
a-
design. I'm talking about the design. Like the
Yes,
PlayStation 1 looked like this
agreed.
tabletop thing. Like you push the button, the disc thing comes up, and it's like
Fully
big old
agreed.
buttons for power. But the PS2 looked like a machine. Like when I had my PS2, that thing was like sacred. I was like, yo, don't touch the PS2, man. Like, don't touch it. I'll switch the games. You know, I don't know. It was just a beautiful looking system. I had incredible memories with that system, especially with Metal Gear 2. When I first saw the trailers for Metal Gear 2, as usual, I was sold with Kojima's freaking 20-minute trailers that he would show, because it's like 2 gameplay clips and everything's all freaking CG or cutscene. And seeing that was magic, man. The PS2 definitely, I felt more. I think that was a time when I realized that I'm really liking this medium of entertainment, of gaming. Like I'm ready, and I was ready to see moving forward what they were gonna do. So it's a great system, man. Man,
Yeah,
20 years.
Shout out to Time Splitters. Shout out to Beautiful Joe. Shout out to Red Dead Revolver.
Beautiful Joe.
Yes, sir.
Dead
You hit the pause screen. He
Revolver.
talking about bring me a soda.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of history there, man.
You
No,
have
yeah,
you
there's
have
too
like
many
a
games.
story of like how you acquired your PlayStation 2 system, or was it just a simple pickup? Or
I remember it was expensive still for the time. I don't know, man. I think I can tell you the game that I identify the PS2 with for me was Grand Theft Auto 3.
gotcha.
I think that was the first wow moment for me on PlayStation 2 that I can honestly say, like, this is what I want. Like, this is it. Like, this is a
Yeah.
game that's actually happening. And obviously
Yeah,
they got better as time went on. But GTA 3, man, to me was like, that was my game.
Yeah, I remember playing GTA 2 on PlayStation 1, and we must have got it late in the game because when they had game booklets or whatever, on the last page it actually had screenshots of GTA 3. And of course it said for PlayStation 2, and at this time we still had our PlayStation 1, me and my brother, and we were like, oh, this is GTA 3? Like, that's all we had. This is before internet. Like, we just saw 2 screenshots. I still remember like it was yesterday. 2 screenshots of GTA 3, and that's it. That's what sold us.
Yeah.
We're like, wait a minute, this is 3D. This is not top-down cartoon. Yeah. That's a gun in his head.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Unbelievable. So many games. I can't even
That's not fair, man. You guys were like old enough to actually know what you wanted in games, like at that time.
But that's the thing. Like, there was this is like the internet was there, but it wasn't like how it is now. Like, for like when you say trailers, like I remember not even seeing trailers for games. Like, literally someone would have a Game Informer at school, and I would just go through the preview section and be like, damn, this is coming? Like, you would just see little screenshots of games. You didn't know how it played. You didn't know the premise. You would just see pictures and quick blurbs of certain games, and you're like, oh, okay. And then that was when, Blockbuster was a big thing, so we used to just go to Blockbuster and just try random games. You just go there and be like, let's try this one this weekend. And that's how we found gems, in those demo discs,
Yeah, the demo discs were big. Demo discs were huge. I mean, that was the way you can get your hands on a game, actually. That's when demo discs were like, you need a demo disc to promote your game.
Right. I think the earliest memory I have with a PlayStation 2 is we were at Blockbuster. It was me, my brother, my sister, and my grandma. I don't know if anybody else was with us. But I remember my grandma seeing Kingdom Hearts, and all she saw was Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. She saw Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, and she bought the game for my sister.
Oh.
Damn.
My sister never played that game. The two brothers played it to their heart's content. And that's when I fell in love. And I think it's very suitable that's my earliest memory, because it ended up being one of my favorite games. So that's probably my earliest memory with the PS2, and I'm glad it is.
Punisher came out on PlayStation 2.
Shout out to Devil May Cry 2. Oh
my god,
we have Dead to Rights.
Oh my
1
god.
and 2.
Come on, man.
Dead to Rights. There's so many, man. It's
shooting, man.
Yeah, that was
Shaolin Monks.
Nuts.
Come on, man.
I remember Shaolin Monks.
Mortal Kombat, Liu Kang.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Come on, man, the platformer.
Whoa. Yeah, that game was crazy. That was weird for me to see something like that. That was definitely an experiment.
But it was to me, it was a good experience, man.
Driver 3?
Oh, Driver. That's a game that I would... Atari, where you at, man? I don't know where you guys at, but bring back a Driver or sell it to Ubisoft. I don't know, man. Do something with your lives.
You know what's funny? Because on PS2, that's the last time I played all the Dynasty Warrior games.
Dynasty Warriors.
Those games were like big
game
for me. Those games, I mean, after a while, they got boring, but...
Yeah, shout out Persona 5 Scramble.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Coming for the Switch. But you already know what your cousin Biggs always tells you. The burning question. Can the Switch handle that game without turning into a volcanic eruption in your hand? But, that's for another pod.
Yeah. We definitely got to talk about that.
Yeah, man. And we need people on that IG, man. Post, what was your favorite PlayStation 2 game, man? What's those hidden gems? Is it 50 Cent Bulletproof?
Oh, yes. Blood on the Sand, baby. Blood on the Sand. Oh yeah, there'll definitely be a post and a poll. There'll be a post and a poll asking you guys for your favorite PS2 game from your childhood. So look out for that on the podcast IG at PSNBSPOD.
like I would definitely like when PlayStation 4 is done putting out games. I want to compare libraries from the numbers, just the numbers
Whoa.
on PlayStation 4 versus 3, 2, and 1.
That'd be crazy. That would
I
take.
got you.
That would
I
take.
got
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say that would take like 3 Lexus. You need research out the ass.
Yeah.
What's that number like? Because I'm pretty sure it's been trickling down and down since we've been moving forward in gaming.
Check this out. Do you
Oh,
remember The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction?
I actually do.
That was an open world game, right?
Yes, the best
Yes.
Hulk game. That was the best Hulk
Yes.
game ever made. Ever made.
It was like the only Hulk game ever made.
No, they made a lot of Hulk games. That's why you don't remember. They made a lot of
I was
fucking
gonna
Hulk
say
games.
this is probably the only one I remember.
I mean, you're right. It is the only Hulk game ever made, if you consider quality.
Sheesh.
Did y'all play the Punisher game?
Yes, I did, of course. Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I don't remember it too much, but Killzone. Killzone. That game was weird for me. Mercenaries. Yeah, that was my jam right there.
Mercenaries. That was.
What was
good.
part 2 called? Something Destruction? Mercenaries 2?
World in Flames.
World in Flames. Okay.
Oh yeah, Mercenaries, bro. Definitely. Wow. Yep. True crime. Yes, sir.
Oh,
True crime.
Come on, man.
At New York, bro. Needed that.
Yeah, there was some good
That
games.
was the most buggiest game I ever played, man.
I was about to say, when you go to arrest somebody, Jesus Christ.
It had a lot of physics and it was just remaster that or something. I don't know, man. It was ahead of its time. Let's put it like that, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The
But,
last,
go ahead.
the Godfather.
I don't think I played that one.
I don't think I played it either.
Yeah,
Heavy crime games and shit on PS2. Scarface, True Crime, Grand Theft Auto, Godfather. God damn.
they knew what was gonna happen.
I mean, once Grand Theft Auto 3 kind of came out, like everybody wanted their Grand Theft Auto at that point.
Yeah, definitely. There were licenses out there. Remember, at that time, hindsight is 2020, but at that time, licensed games for what would be Scarface, Godfather, Hello Kitty, whatever. There were a lot of those games back then. A lot.
Yep.
Like, people didn't care. Like, it was like, oh, you're a Powerpuff Girls? Boom, we're making a game. Out of nowhere.
Mission Impossible. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Movies, I mean, they were just going at it. And the few companies, EA was big into that. There was Konami. Remember, Square put out a lot of games back then, too.
Shout out
Jesus.
THQ, man. That SpongeBob movie game, bro. Let's get it.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Shrek 2. Shout out Shrek 2. Oh, my God, yes. Shout out Shrek 2. Fuck with that game.
THQ.
Yo, ESPN had like 20-something games on PS2.
Damn.
They did. They had football, hockey, X Games, baseball,
Yeah.
NBA, MLS Extra Time, Major League Baseball. They had college hoops.
Dude, if they ever make you know how they came out with the PlayStation Classic Mini? If they ever come out with a PlayStation 2 Mini with an emulator on it,
No, that would be
out.
insane.
I'm out.
Yeah, that'd be insane. That would be insane. On that note, that would be insane.
All right, well, happy birthday to PlayStation 2. Whoever still got one. I don't think we'll ever get a system like that ever again with that much of a library.
No, definitely not.
But, with that, man.
We got
time
news.
It is.
Yeah, we got news.
man.
We got news. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cue it. Damn! The emotions are starting to settle in now. I don't have Steels to do that thing he does during the music. All right, whatever. Travis, do your thing. Oh, God. All right.
All right. We're here again, live from PS&BS Studios. Big elite news from Biggs and Statman Lex. Take it away.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Do you mind possibly doing that over a recording so we could play that every time? Because that was amazing.
Yeah, that needs to be pre-recorded.
Yeah, I like that.
We could do that.
All right, so y'all already know it's your boy Biggs, most level one in the crew, here to deliver some update, patch, DLC, all that good stuff, news coming up. And I want to start just by giving you guys the rundown on the PlayStation Plus free games for this month. The free games includes the Shadow of the Colossus and Sonic Forces. So if you're interested in any of those, they are $0.00 right now for PlayStation Plus members. So take advantage of your membership. You pay every month. You might as well be compensated somehow. So go ahead and grab those games if you are so willing. Yeah, I don't know about Sonic Forces, but yeah.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say, that's like the worst one.
All right, so starting off our little news list, we have Paladins Sands of the Myth Battle Pass. Pretty much the MOBA Paladins is getting a new Battle Pass. The Sands of Myth have shifted, revealing a Battle Pass full of content inspired by ancient Egypt. Features all new skins for Tiberius, Ram, Maiev, and Ying. Is coming soon to Paladins, which is free to play, so you can play free today. So there's Paladins new Battle Pass for you Paladin fans. Get some more content. We also have Destiny 2, Season of the Worthy. Power the World Mind to save the last city from destruction. Compete in Trials of Osiris and unlock new exotics in Season of the Worthy. So like Trav said earlier, the trials are coming back. So there's that. You said that was March 10th?
I believe so. I know it's next week.
All right, perfect. Next on the list, we have Star Trek Online Legacy. Star Trek Online's 10th anniversary update is here. Join the Sonica? Sonic? How you say that, Lex? Sonic Quay?
Oh, Sonika.
Okay, great. I was nowhere near.
Sonika.
Join with Sonika Martin Green as Michael Burnham and Jerry Ryan as 7 on 9 on a new adventure of the planet Excalibur.
No, I'm joking.
Excalibur from the original series. From the original series episode The Savage Curtain. It's a love letter to Star Trek and to Star Trek Online. So players of Star Trek Online, you got new content on the way. Right. Also, a small announcement from Black Desert Online. Crossplay is underway, so pretty much that's pretty black and white crossplay for Black Desert Online. Y'all good on that. We also have The Elder Scrolls Online. What's up with all these online MMOs? What the hell? The Elder Scrolls Online.
That spring update. Not spring, early Q1.
Yeah, Harrowstorm. Descend into the dark heart of Skyrim and begin your year-long adventure with Harrowstorm, a new dungeon DLC game pack for The Elder Scrolls Online. Explore the plundered burial site of Unhallowed Grave, investigate a supernatural storm in Icereach, and begin a story that leads directly into the events of the upcoming chapter, Greymoor, and continues all throughout 2020. So, seems like Elder Scrolls is not letting up with new content, so grab Harrowstorm on March 10th for PlayStation 4. Also, we have what Lex touched on a little earlier, Tom Clancy's The Division 2 Warlands of New York. Hunt down rogue agent Aaron Keener as the Division heads to Lower Manhattan in the new Warlords of New York expansion, and it is available now. So go ahead and grab that. Me, Trav, you and I we gotta convene with Steels and Judd and all them boys and get this thing started. But that's about it for the update news this week.
Oh,
all
right. We got some games. We got a few games. Nothing really out of the ordinary right now. Besides the DLC that was earlier this week. All right, out March 6th, which is as of this recording. We have 60 Seconds. 60 Seconds is a dark comedy atomic adventure of scavenge and survival, collect supplies, and rescue your family before the nuke hits. Stay alive in your fallout shelter, make difficult decisions, ration food, and hunt mutant cockroaches, and maybe survive, or not. 60 Seconds. Out on PS4 Digital, Amoeba Battle. Amoeba Battle is a new breed of real-time strategy game where you control versatile amoebas in the battle for the microscopic world. Unlike other RTS games, there are no bases to build. Well, I didn't build any bases in XCOM, but okay. New amoebas are created through the miracle of binary fission. That sold me. Yeah, that definitely sold me.
Yo, I can't wait till we have the video going and the visual aids so you can throw up these cover arts when you say these games.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
I'd be so curious. Oh
They're
my
horrible.
God, I'd be so
A
curious.
lot of them are horrible. Most of them are good.
Autobahn, baby. We need that. Autobahn 2.
Yes, we do. Out today, at the time of this recording, Pathologic 2 is a narrative-driven dramatic thriller about fighting a deadly outbreak in a secluded rural town. Ooh, too soon. You are a healer, and to save anyone, you'll have to survive in this bleak and strange world, where even food and medicine are scarce. Pathologic 2. Nice timing.
You said Last of Us 2?
I said
Last
too
of
soon.
Us 2.
Oh, too soon. Okay.
Yeah, I said too soon. It's about a deadly outbreak. Come on, guys.
Psychopath 2.
Oh shit.
Psychopath 2. Okay.
Here we go again.
Coronavirus
Yeah, right.
2.
Yeah, coronavirus 2.
Jeez.
Just wait on it.
Just, yeah. Out earlier this week, Syrup and the Ultimate Sweet.
All right, y'all. Yeah. Nah, fuck
I'm going to try to get through this one.
Holy shit.
Syrup and the Ultimate Sweet. Syrup finds a candy golem in her basement. Could the two become friends and finally complete the ultimate sweet? In a magical town, there lives a candy alchemist, Syrup, who one day discovers a candy golem in her basement. Where does she come from? Who would have made her? Don't buy this game, but you'll find out. No idea. It looks like a Saturday morning anime. No, I wouldn't say that. And last but not least, oh my God, I can't even talk. Under Night in Birth. I love this. I love these titles. I love it. Yeah. I'm not going to read the whole thing of the title. The title's too long. If your title's too... Listen, I'm not in the development business, but the title's too long, guys. Rule the Night. Control a deeper, darker fighting experience than ever before. Battle with 21 unique characters, including the all-new Lundrikia with his original moves. Story, stage, and music. Master devastating new combos and dazzling special attacks online, arcade, story, and training modes. The writing here, guys, it's giving me a headache.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know who be writing them posts or them.
First of all, overuse of commas. Like,
Comma
these people-
splices.
Yeah, they're just look. They had me at battle with 21 unique characters, but it's like battle with 20 unique characters, comma, including the all new Lundrika, comma, moves, comma, story, comma, stage, comma, and music.
Everything
It's too
that's
much.
supposed to be in a game, comma.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
it's
written
too
off
much.
my essay for using too much commas, man. What
Yeah.
do they get?
And the title is, it's a Japanese game. Come on. Under the Night in Birth EXE Latte or Lat.
Yep. No.
Control.
that's-
Yep.
Control. And then it has a little Control R. Control/R. What the hell does that mean? Biggs? Control.
Why are you asking me, sir?
Because you're into these Japanese
Hola.
games with these.
I
with
know
the-
Japanese games be losing me. Like you ever played Tokyo Xanadu?
No.
Who the fuck knows why? Okay, who the fuck knows why Tokyo Xanadu has 2 plus signs at the end of the fucking title of the game? I have no idea.
I'm gonna send you a picture. I don't. What is that? How do you say this? It's yeah. I'm just gonna send it. I don't know how to say that. Control clear, color, control. I don't even know.
Oh no, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know. You sent me some weird shit. I don't know what this is.
EXE latte.
X late.
X late.
Slayer. I don't
I'm
know.
getting thirsty.
I don't know.
Yeah. The 10 people that's gonna get it know what it is. That's it.
Yeah.
Gee, shout out to y'all.
I thought it was a Starbucks game.
Chill, latte. Chill.
It's a latte game demo disc.
And those are your releases.
I want a grande and a latte.
And those are your releases.
Good luck, guys. It's gonna be a very dry. Well, at least we got Doom and all these other games coming out at the end of the week.
Of course. And speaking of games coming out, man, we finally got that release date for a big boy. That
Ghost of Sushi.
Ghost of Tsunami.
Ghost
Like
of
Trav said.
Toshiba, man.
Ghost of Johnny Tsunami.
Ghost of
Johnny Tsunami. Hey, June 26th, man. It's actually sooner than I thought, that's for sure. I thought this was a deep fall game. I'm thinking November, October.
Hopefully we'll be around.
Wow, Lex. Wow, Lex.
Just being morbid. It's tough
Be a
times
little
out
more-
there.
Be a little more optimistic.
Hey, I already got my PlayStation 4. I'll be playing this game, man. I don't, since it's coming out so early, it's like I don't want to wait for PlayStation 5. It's gonna be tough, man, picking and choosing, man. What do I hold off for the P5, or go ahead and overheat my PlayStation 4 with? I don't know.
I don't know. Hopefully this is the last. Hopefully this will be the last trailer I can ignore for this game.
Yeah,
just
the
wanna
trailer
play it.
was awesome. It was a story trailer, if you don't know already. Pretty. I mean, the game just looks good. Looks good all around, man. It doesn't look like it's gonna be the next Metal Gear or anything.
I heard it was no gameplay. Uh-oh.
What do you mean it was? You heard it was no gameplay? It was
Did it have gameplay in it?
Yeah,
A lot or a little?
a little. Mm.
Did it have HUD or was it like cinematic gameplay?
It's coming out in
It
like
didn't
what, 2 months?
It didn't
2,
have.
3
It didn't
months?
have HUD, but you could tell what was gameplay and what was cinematic. Like there was parts in it you're like, this is clearly.
You're falling for it.
I can tell you there's clearly a Assassin's Creed to this game. So if you're an Assassin's Creed kind of guy, this is one of those games, because I didn't know it was gonna be this trivert. Like they showed the guy swinging through the little town, jumping off of buildings and stuff. It's clearly not at this point. It's clearly not a cutscene or anything like that, because they go into like hand-to-hand combat. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Sucker Punch, man. From Infamous to this, come on, man. Cause you look at look at like Infamous Second Son trailers, and then go back and look at this. Most of those parts that you think are cutscenes are actually gameplay in Second Son. Like there was parts of
the game's gonna be amazing. It's just I heard people want a little bit more gameplay, a little bit more gameplay.
But they've been giving us gameplay since the beginning. That's the thing. They've been giving us gameplay before they gave us any.
Not the
story.
beginning. It was just a cinematic of grass and.
Yes, in grass. But then we got what was it, E3? When did we get like the last like gameplay when they were fighting in the it was 3 versus 3? Or
it was almost a year ago.
Yeah, it was like almost a year ago. We got the gameplay. Like you could
But
tell.
that was a year ago.
True.
I don't know. That was a year ago. You think about it. We got more gameplay in The Last of Us, which is a game that's.
You think you got more gameplay on Last of Us?
Last of Us 2? Of course we did.
Yeah.
Of course we
There
did.
was
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of cinematics on that one.
No,
a lot of
there
talking.
was.
A lot of talking.
They did like a playthrough where the guy was like, where somebody was playing. It just seemed like longer.
So you're waiting for
gameplay.
so you're looking like for a playthrough, like a little first hour of the game type.
No.
thing.
Like, at this point, the game's 2 months out, 2 or 3 months out.
June, we got a little ways before June comes around. We're gonna trust me. We got Gamescom coming around. We're gonna get some gameplay. I mean, there's nothing. We already know what this is. Open world, hand to hand. That not mixed martial arts, but that martial arts samurai. Like it's gonna be lit, man.
I hope so. I mean, I was sold on the first thing already, so the trailer. So I'm good, but I'm just saying that normally
This was one of those trailers that I can honestly say
we got.
that I watched multiple times, and I did see a little decrease in the quality of the visuals.
I'm just saying we got more gameplay of Cyberpunk, and Cyberpunk's coming out later.
Lex got it
That's
right.
all I'm saying.
Lex got it
I
right.
do because
That
this game
that
is
valid.
That's what this game is 2 or 3 months out. You have it. There's more Cyberpunk gameplay. Think about that. And that game was delayed. And they had more gameplay. How was that possible?
Listen, I'm hitting the skip button on that game no matter what, so it don't even matter to me. That bit getting skipped like a bad
I don't know.
track.
That's just worrying. That's a little worrying. I have a little bit of Days Gone vibes.
Ooh, yikes!
And if you know what I mean, Days Gone
Yikes.
is a good game. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong, but compared to the quality of PlayStation games, it's a little lower. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Felt like an early life cycle kind of.
Yeah, I could have waited. Could have marinated a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's not the vibe I'm getting. I'm being very cautious about this game because they're messing with my emotions with the samurai shit.
Well, you don't like it, or?
Of course, I love the samurai
okay.
shit. I have like a collection of like 20 swords back here.
I like just listening. Like if man, just this. Like I even went back and watched it again just to listen to the music in the game, the score. It just like you just close your eyes and just think of those old Japanese, sub-dubbed movies, man, and those, man, it looks good, man. Sounds good.
I hope so, man.
geeked.
I really hope so. You're geeked? Oh, man. I heard that before. Uh-oh.
All right. On that note, y'all, we're gonna wind it down.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything else
That's
before I hit
man.
this button?
Oh, well, we got one more just to remind you guys again. YouTube, season 2, man. Like I said before, we doing the transition. So just go ahead, follow the YouTube page. The link will be in the bio of this episode. Maybe even the other episodes. I don't know yet what my capabilities are, but moving forward, go ahead and follow the IG, the YouTubes, like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that craziness so you can be to be registered for these prizes that we got coming.
Yes, sir.
Trust me, you're going to
Yes,
want to
sir.
be in. More details on what those prizes are will be coming in the near days. So be close. Look out on the IG. If you haven't already, follow the IG so you can know what these prizes are. Go ahead and follow the YouTube. It's not going to hurt you. It's
Right.
not going to cost you.
Right. It's free. It's free.
Everything we talking is free, man. Come on,
sir.
man.
We ain't charging y'all yet, man. We ain't bougie
Support
yet.
your boys, man. Orlando's #1 gaming PlayStation podcast. Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, man, your boys.
The boys.
Without
Yeah,
steals, we gotta have a heavy
steals,
heart
yeah.
for steals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
We miss you, but the boys.
We out, man. Season 1, man. It's a wrap.
Season 1, that's a wrap.
Season 1's a
We'll
wrap.
see y'all in season 2, March 16th. All right,
Yeah.
boys are out of here. Yeah.